T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone. Right now I'm reviewing Comic Cage Avengers Age of Ultron Iron Man Mark 43 armor. I hope that's Mark 43. I should have looked that up before I started this review. But anyway, this is a premium action figure and this is like a full-on experience. It is awesome. I'm gonna let you read some of this stuff right here. It's 75% diecast, has lights, all this stuff right there. There's the Comic Cave logo. There's that. The way this thing is designed, it's like this is the only action figure that you need. Like, let's say you're a big kid, because I don't recommend giving this to a little kid. You're a big kid and you want to play with something real quick. You don't have a cell phone or a handheld system. You can whip this guy right out of your backpack, pull it out, do some scenarios, put whatever accessories on you want, fly it around, blah blah blah, take a few pictures, and then when you're done, put it back in here and slip it back in your backpack. But there are all the accessories. There he is, and let's get him out of this packaging, which you do rather easily by pulling this out and pulling the figure out. I say easily, but it is kind of difficult to kind of grip him to get him out of here. But the accessories are easier to get to. Okay, here's the Mark 43 out of packaging, and he's really, really cool. As you can see, these lights are really, really bright. So that's awesome. You turn that off and on by toggling this up and down. The head actually has like some electronics in it, so it's like attached to that circuit right there. So it's not like the light is shining up from the chest, it's actually putting power through there into the head. And you get to that by, let's turn it off, unclicking that, and you put these two batteries in there. I'm not sure what kind of batteries they are, but there's Google for you. Anywho, this guy looks awesome. It's feels nice and heavy and weighty. It feels way nicer than a Marvel Legends or even an SH Figure Arts because of the weight to it. It feels properly like armor, and it's fully nicely painted and nicely panel lined, like all over. Let's try to zoom in on that. Like the panel lining is what takes it to the next level. This is what people wanted for a ton of Marvel Legends figures. You didn't get it there, but you do get it here. So this is definitely nice and premium. As far as aesthetics, what I was complaining about, or what I was alluding to in my previous video, is these shoulder pads. Like, I don't like the way they kind of lift up. Well, they lift up off of the shoulders at all times, and it kind of makes his arms look less like human arms because of these joints, and he looks more like he's a robot under there. But this is cool that this can move up and out of the way. I don't know if that's something he actually did in the movie, but you can get these all kinds out of the way because there's on a double ball joint system right there. It's a hinge with a ball, and then this is attached to a tiny ball. So if you pop these off, you won't be in trouble. I thought I broke the thing when I popped it off by accident trying to put in one of the accessories. But let's get into the articulation, and then I'll get into the accessories. The head, it can look up a little bit by itself and look down a little bit, of course swivel and pivot, but the neck is also articulated by itself, so that can go back and forward, so you can look up about that much before you pop his neck off, and you can look down not a ton really, but it can pivot left and right, and it can kind of turn with the head, which is awesome. These get out the way so I can show you the articulation, but these shoulders go up and down and hinge back and forward, and they also can rotate, and this ball joint or universal joint can go out like that. His bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that only crunch in that much. Here's a universal joint right here in the wrist with a ball on the end, so you can go out and around and do everything you need, and the actual hand can rock back and forth as needed as far as the open hand accessories are concerned. The upper torso, it can rotate like that before it stops. It can pivot a little bit, but you can also stretch all of this out, and now he can crunch forward a bit, crunch back, and it's like a separate joint system right there. The hips pull down a ton so that you can accommodate for this type action right there, and he can kick back that much. It has a little bit of thigh rotation, but not a lot. If you rotate it more than this, you'll pop his leg off the ball joint right there. Double jointed knees, and look at this sculpting and paint right there. So yeah, that is really nice. And the foot, it can rock a little bit. It can pivot right there, but it also drops down so you can get even better range in it. It can rotate all the way around, and the toes bend forward. So really, really nice. Continuing with his body, each set of hands has this little piece of armor right here that moves out of the way. His back, for flight poses, I guess that's what this is for. This opens up on both sides, and I hope I don't miss any of these, but they're sculpted in detail right there. The legs, this opens up right here. Now these do feel a tiny bit fragile, so you got to watch out for that. But that opens up right there. On the legs, these open up on the front and on the side and the inside. So I guess they're supposed to lock out like this for flight poses. It happens on both legs right there. So I hope that's not, or I hope that's all of them. I hope I'm not missing something. And then this hinges out, and this piece of armor hinges forward. I kind of wish this could rotate with his foot when you need articulation like that, but it doesn't. To get into the accessories, if you move this, you see that he has little holes right there. Well, he has these little guns that can fit on his shoulders, or missile launchers. You peg it in with this. It is very difficult. You might have to pop the shoulder piece off and then put this in there, but I'm gonna put them on and then show you. I had to pop the shoulder joints off to get these on, and getting them back on here is a pain, I'm not gonna lie to you. You have to like angle this in such a way because they move so freely, and then kind of like bring this down on top of it. It is a pain. Here he is with those little missile launchers deployed right there. If you want, I'm not sure if this panel is supposed to come off, but this one comes off way easier, so I'm going to take that one off. You can go ahead and attach this missile launcher right there. I forgot what this is called. The Widowmaker or the House Buster or something like that. I can't remember. Now he comes with these nice fists, but you can just pop these off. There you go. You can grab one of his sets of hands. Some of these hands I feel like are duplicates. And as you can see, here's his repulsor blast shooting hand. It can go all the way back thanks to that ball joint that was getting on my daggone nerves. And over here, we have some small blast effects right here. And here he is with these blast effects. One thing to note, they do not peg in that deep into the hand and they fall out very easily. Just like the hands, they have effects for the feet. But these have a round hole, peg hole, so you can't use the wrong effects for the hands. So here he is with that right there. So if you had some type of stand, you can get this effect right here. And you can even get this effect right there with the little guns deployed. Outside of those blast effects hand, he does come with these hands with the sculpted in or painted like repulsor shooter thingy right there. But these two hands right here look damn near identical. I really can't tell the difference, to be honest. Like I thought these fingers were bigger or something, but or this hand was smaller, but they look pretty much identical. Then he comes with these hands right here, these half clenched hands. So I guess that's good for getting him to grab hold of things. He could definitely probably grab Captain America's shield or something like that. When you're taking these little rocket launcher things off, I suggest don't be lazy. Take the shoulder pad off, even though it's going to be hell getting it back on, and rock this back and forth before pulling it off, just to be safe. While I was trying to get this pose, seeing how much his hands can actually crunch in, since his butterfly joint isn't like SH Figure Arts level, but he can still come in across his chest a lot. But I found out what the difference in the hands are. This hand right here, this open hand, can actually come in more. But this hand actually has some inner palm sculpted right there, so you can't actually bring it in so much. It comes out like that. So I don't know what the difference is. Like, what's the instance where you would need this particular hand? I'm not sure. Maybe if he's like holding something up, but there goes the difference with that. Here he is standing next to a fairly tall SH Figure Arts figure. This guy is definitely bigger than the SH Figure Arts Bruce Lee, but he's slightly taller than Deadshot right there, and that's without pulling the hip joints down or stretching his waist up. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Mark 43 Iron Man, and he has way more detail and way better paint, as you can see right here. Definitely. And better articulation for the most part. This guy has a good diaphragm joint, but he can't do all that stuff, and he can of course rotate way better than that. This guy has limits as far as the rotation, and he has better looking shoulder joints on the Marvel Legends because they're actually round, but they still stick up a bit, but they are actually round, and these kind of warp if you put them up too far, whereas these are actually posable. So there's your comparison right there if you were thinking about putting them in with Marvel Legends. Here he is next to Build-A-Figure Ultron and an MCU Captain America. So yeah, Captain America might be a little tiny taste taller than him. And I didn't show this off, but with this elongated waist, you can tilt left and right more. So yeah, at the end of the day, I give this a rating of buy it. I basically have no problems with them besides the shoulder pads. And maybe the little opening flaps or whatnot, they feel a little bit loose and flimsy compared to the rest of his body. But the paint job is nice, the die-cast consistency is nice. I like the fact that it lights up. And he comes with a bunch of accessories, and he is very extremely portable. This packaging right here, this feels expensive by itself. That has a lot of weight to it by itself. So it's a premium package. So yeah, definitely buy it if you ever see it. You can commonly find this guy in Barnes & Noble, and they're commonly on clearance. So yeah, get out to Barnes & Noble. If you like this video, let me know in the comments. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching. So freely, and then kind of like bring this down on top of it. It is a pain.
videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos.